Hi, I'm Mike Sullivan, Director of Education at Take Charge America, and I'm here today to talk with you about renting versus owning a home. This is a very important decision. We often think of owning a home as being the American dream, and indeed there's some good reasons for owning a home. For example, the federal government gives you a nice tax deduction for the interest that you pay on your primary residence, so you get a little bit of a subsidy. There's also the chance that your home may appreciate in value, so that you may make money over a certain number of years. That's a nice alternative. There's a certain stability in owning a home. You put down roots and you know you're probably going to live there. You get to know your neighbors, you have a chance to take care of a place, make some investments and make it look good, and that stability is nice, as well as the pride that comes with owning a home and making it look good and doing those things that say to you, this is my home and I'm proud of it. Nothing wrong with wanting to own a home. On the other hand, some circumstances it may be better to rent than to own. And that could be a very rational and wise decision. For example, some people are just looking for a place to live. Renting can take care of that. You don't have to come up with a big down payment. That's kind of nice. You also don't have to worry about risk. If something goes wrong with the house, it's not your problem. It's the landlord's. You're going to save on insurance. You still have to insure your belongings, but you don't have to insure the property. So it's likely that your costs will be down, and you also will not have to pay HOA fees, which many homeowners have to pay. So you may find that it's a better deal financially, and it's easier. Especially, it can be easier in certain circumstances. So if you're in the market of deciding whether to buy or own, think about your circumstances and what's the most rational decision for you. One of the things you have to take into account is how sure are you that you're going to stay in that home for some period of time. Most people will tell you that if you're not going to be in a home for at least 3 to 5 years, it's probably not very smart to buy. So if you're flexible, if you're fluid, if you think you're going to move, think twice before you buy that home. You also have to look at the money in both situations. Sometimes it's actually cheaper to buy. Sometimes it's actually cheaper to rent. So you've got to look at the cost factors, including those taxes that we talked about. Take that into consideration and figure what's the best business decision for you. You also have to take a guess on whether or not the housing will appreciate in value if you're going to buy. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. We don't really have any way of knowing, so you got to take a little bit of a guess. And you also have to decide whether or not you actually can buy. For many people, it's not much of an issue because they don't have the down payment or they don't have the credit rating to get the financing they need to buy a home, so renting is really their only option, and that's all right. Either way, don't beat yourself up. It's one of those decisions most of us make a number of times in our lives. Sometimes we'll guess right, sometimes we'll guess wrong. In my own life, I've sold 6 homes. 3 times I have made money. 3 times I have lost money. I hope that you're just as lucky as I am, but I hope that you're very, very rational when you make that decision and you think about all of the facts that are involved. And if you need more advice, don't forget that there are housing counseling agencies out there that will offer free advice. Go to HUD.gov and find a housing counseling agency in your area and call up and ask for some assistance. If you happen to live in Arizona, feel free to call Take Charge America. And if you need other advice on related matters, housing, budgetary, savings, don't forget you can always go to www.takechargeamerica.org, where everything is free and where you'll get the straight information on a lot of topics. Good luck on your housing decision.